Once upon a time, in a magical city filled with enchantment and wonder, there lived a young princess named Aella. She resided in a grand castle adorned with shimmering spires that touched the clouds. But despite the grandeur of her home and the magic that surrounded her, Ella had always been terrified of animals. From the majestic unicorns that galloped through the enchanted forest to the tiny field mice that scampered at her feet, every creature with fur feathers or scales filled her with dread, and she would run and hide in her room whenever they came near. Now, what made Ella's fear even more peculiar was that she possessed a secret gift, a supernatural ability to understand and speak with animals. It was a power that lay dormant within her, hidden away like a precious jewel in a forgotten chest. She didn't know she had this ability until one day, while exploring the castle, she stumbled upon an old dusty book in the attic. As she opened its yellowed pages, ancient words and symbols shimmered before her eyes, and she felt a surge of energy course through her veins. With newfound confidence, she stepped out into the castle gardens. There she encountered a majestic white horse, whose coat seemed to glow in the sunlight. Ella, overcoming her fear, approached the horse and whispered, "Hello, beautiful creature." To her astonishment, the horse replied in a voice as gentle as the wind chimes tinkling nearby, "Well met, Princess Ella. I've been waiting for you." It turned out that all the animals in the kingdom were waiting for Ella. They sensed that she was different, that she could understand them, and they needed her help. You see, their world was in danger. An evil sorcerer had cast a spell over the land, causing fear and chaos among the animals and plants. Only Ella, with her unique gift, could break the spell and bring balance back to their world. But how could she do this when she was so afraid of the very creatures that needed her help? Deep down, Ella knew she couldn't hide forever. She had to face her fear and embrace her gift. So with a deep breath, she ventured into the Whispering Woods, where the trees rustled secrets, and the animals watched her with anticipation. As Ella walked deeper into the woods, she heard a sob, and there by a babbling brook sat a tiny field mouse, its heart filled with sorrow. Ella, remembering the ancient book's teachings, reached out her hand and said, "Little mouse, what troubles you so?" The mouse looked up, its eyes filled with gratitude. "Oh, Princess Ella, we're losing our home to the creeping shadows. The evil sorcerer's spell is growing stronger." Ella knew that if she could befriend the animals, they would help her break the curse. But how could she do this when her heart raced at the sight of a squirrel or a rabbit? Determined to overcome her fear, she sat beside the mouse and whispered words of comfort. Slowly, the mouse calmed down, and Ella felt a surge of warmth spread through her chest. It was the start of something magical. One by one, Ella encountered other animals trapped by the sorcerer's spell: a wise old owl, a playful squirrel, a majestic stag, and even a slithering snake. Each creature had been affected by the darkness. Each carried a heavy heart, and with each encounter, Ella grew braver, her fear turning into empathy, understanding, and care. Finally, she reached the clearing where the sorcerer had taken his dark magic. Surrounded by the animals she had befriended, Ella felt a surge of power flow through her. With a voice that echoed with newfound strength, she confronted the sorcerer, her words banishing the shadows and dispelling the darkness. The animals roared with joy, and the plants swayed in celebration as the spell was broken. From that day forward, Ella was no longer afraid of animals. She had faced her fear and discovered the magic within her, and the animals, in gratitude and love, became her protectors, her loyal companions and friends, standing by her side against anyone who wished her harm. And so, the princess who once trembled at the sight of a butterfly now rode through the kingdom on the back of a giant eagle, her laughter echoing with the joy of true freedom.